the 2019 Ford F-150 XL. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. In this video, we're going to go over all the standard as well as optional equipment. We call it our complete guide on the XL trim of the 2019 Ford F-150. I've been waiting to do an XL trim because when I do these videos, I like to give you examples of vehicles, all the footage from an actual vehicle that's on the lot. And so we actually are able to get a couple of different vehicles in, and I want to go ahead and complete this video. So we're going to do this today. We will have timestamps as well as prices for all the different standalone options, packages, and also, of course, if you want to move around the video, those timestamps will be down there. This will be a very thorough video. We do call it our complete guide for a reason. We're going to go over all the standard equipment. We're going to even talk about bed links. We're going to talk about gear ratios that are standard, go over all that, all the different packages as well, what's involved in each one of those. So again, complete guide, very thorough. So look at those timestamps down below. Move around if you need to. Save this as a playlist to always come back and refer back to. So if you're in research or looking for a F-150 XL, want to know how you want your vehicle or your truck equipped and how you want to order it, this is a perfect video for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Now we're going to get into some mechanical things first, we're talking bed links and cab configurations and the engines and everything first, and then we'll get into the look of the front of it here and some of the safety components. First thing I want to talk about is the XL is one of the few vehicles or few trims that you can get the regular cab in. So it's going to be available in your regular cab, 2 full doors in the front. You also have your super cab, like you're seeing with this one here, where you would open up the front door to open up the back doors. But what's great about this back door, go ahead and shut this so you can see that, is that it doesn't stop right here. It goes on around, so it's 170 degrees that it opens up. So it makes it a little bit easier when you're in those parking places, because this is a little bit shorter of a door. You can be able to swing those open usually in a lot of those parking places and be able to get in and out a little bit easier. So, and then of course you have your Super Crew, which is going to be the 4 full-size doors, front hinge doors, as you might see. A lot of your upper trims, like of course Platinum, King Ranch, and Limited, are going to be standard in the Super Crew. So that's the 3 configurations you can have here. Let's talk about bed links. 2 different bed links for each of those different cab configurations. So you do for your regular cab as well as your super cab have a 6.5 foot bed like you're seeing on this particular truck here, where it's really about the same length between your cab and the wheel as to the wheel and the back bumper here. That way you know you kind of have that shorter bed, as they might call it, 6.5 foot bed. And your super cab, regular cab and super cab long bed, the 8 foot bed, is available as well. It's going to be give you that extra length right here between the wheel or the axle and the cab right there, and that's where you're going to see that distance. So you can kind of tell when you look at a truck if it's a 6.5 or an 8 foot bed just by looking at that. Your Super Crew is going to come in a 5.5 or a 6.5, and the 6.5 is going to look like this, and the dimensions to that. 5.5 is going to be shorter between that cab and that wheel back there. So there's your different cab configurations and bed links. You can get all those configurations in a 2-wheel drive, or you can get it in 4-wheel drive as well. So you're going to have those different options for you from the factory there. Of course, let's talk about the different engines here. So we'll break this down. Hopefully pretty simple here. Your 3.3 liter natural aspirated V6 engine is going to be the standard engine, which means it's a no charge for that engine on any of your regular cab, super cab, and Super Crew short beds. Your longer Super Cab and Super Crews, it's not going to be standard equipment. We'll get into that in just a little bit. So that engine is going to deliver 290 horsepower, 265 pound-feet of torque. So again, that one will also, we'll talk about how that's going to be with the transmission and some other technologies here in just a little bit. Now the standard engine on your 2-wheel drive, long bed, Super Cab, and Super Crews, they're going to come standard with the 2.7 liter V6 EcoBoost engine. Now the engine delivers 225 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque. And then for your 4-wheel drive, long bed for your Super Cab and Super Crews, it's going to come standard with that 5.0 liter V8 engine. That's a natural aspirated engine that gives you 395 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque. Now the 2.7 as well as that 5.0 are going to be optional engines for you on the other configurations. If you want, a regular cab, you can get that 2.7. It's just going to cost you extra on your invoice. So just keep that in mind when you're ordering those. As well as the other optional engine that's available, and that's that 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost engine. If you want the most towing capacity, that's the engine you're going to want to have. That engine is going to deliver 375 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque, so the most torque of any other engine. The diesel engine is not available on your regular cab unless you are a fleet and you're buying as a fleet dealer, or you get a fleet invoice and you have the capabilities for some of the different businesses. So that's the engines that are available in those different configurations for you. All of those are going to come with auto start stop technology, and some people, I've talked to some different car shows, they don't like that auto start stop. But it's real easy to deactivate. And if you don't know what auto start stop is when you pull up the stoplight stop sign and you press the brake, it's going to shut the vehicle off. And then as soon as you let go of the brake, it's going to turn it on even before you get over to the gas. Some people don't like that being deactivated or shutting off on them. There is a button at the top of the center stack. You easily just press that button and it deactivates it for that trip. You would have to do it every time you start the vehicle, but that's something to think about. Hopefully Ford does come up with some settings where you can go in there and lock it out manually for good, but until then, that's a way. Now there is a little trick that I've found online. That if you want to, if you have a tow package with a receiver hitch, you can get one of those adapters, like a 7-to-4 adapter. If you put it in there, when it's in tow haul mode, it's not going to have the auto start stop will not activate. So some people have done that, but just keep in mind if you do that, there's some other things that get deactivated as well. So something to keep in mind right there. Let's talk about the different fuel tanks. Your regular cabs, all your regular cabs are going to come with a 23-gallon fuel tank, and your Super Cab and Super Cruise will come standard with a 26-gallon fuel tank. Now you do have the option for a bigger fuel tanks when we talk about some different optional equipment. Also, another thing I want to talk about as well is your transmission. So I forgot to kind of went over that. Transmissions for the 3.3 liter engine is going to be a 6-speed automatic transmission with the selectable drive modes. It's going to give you a normal, a tow haul, and a sport mode. And then your other engines are going to come with the 10-speed automatic transmission with selectable drive modes. You give you those three, plus they give you a wet snow mode as well as an eco select mode. So those drive modes are kind of added to those 10-speed automatic transmissions, giving you a couple other extra modes there. Now let's talk about the axle ratios here for you. Now we're going to talk about what's standard. There are some different options for you, but the standard axles for you on your 3.3 liter engines, your regular cab short bed, as well as some of the super cabs will come in that 330 or 355 non-limited slip rear axle. And then your four-wheel drive for your Super Cab and Super Crew short beds will come with the 373 non-limited slip rear axle. All those vehicles with the 2.7 liter V6 EcoBoost engine, whether it be two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, will come in the 355 non-limited slip rear axle. And then let's talk about the 5.0 and that 3.5 EcoBoost engine. Your two-wheel drives will come standard in the 315 non-limited slip rear axle, and your four-wheel drives with those two motors will come in that 331 non-limited slip rear axle. And again, there's going to be some availabilities for optional axles that can get. Some packages will actually include like a 373, and then of course your four-wheel drives, you can get a limited slip rear axle as well. Those can be added. If you go to Ford.com, it does a really good job of breaking those out for you right there. So we've covered most of the mechanical, so let's go ahead and dive in. Let's talk real briefly about some safety features on the F-150. I do like to talk about safety because F-150s are very safe, one of the safest trucks on the road, so I like to go over that, make sure that you know that you're protected in case of an accident, as well as hopefully avoiding an accident altogether. So first, let's talk about the airbags. Dual stage airbag for the driver and front passenger. It's going to deploy a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. It does have seatbelt sensors, so it knows how close you are to the front of the vehicle to deploy the correct size airbag. The driver and front passenger here on the outside will have airbag on the side of those seats as well, so any side collision is going to deploy those airbags as well. Safety canopy airbag is going to come down to protect those into all seats, no matter what the cab configuration is. Deploy that down with roll stability control as well. So that comes with advanced track to go along with that to keep you on your intended path, so you don't have to hopefully you won't have that rollover situation, and curve control. So if you're going in that curve a little bit too fast, maybe it's a slick driving road, it will use a series of brakes around the vehicle to hopefully keep you on your intended path there. So some great features there. All your Super Crew models will come with the child safety locks on those rear doors. To protect them, you can lock those out so they can't open those even when you have the vehicle turned off. And then you also have the latch system too. Now lower anchors and tethers for children for the Super Crew, Super Cab models, where you can put those seat belts or those infant seats or those car seats, booster seats securely down against those rear seats there, so a little bit safer there. Also new for 2019 on all F-150s is the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. So great system. I'm glad that you have this as standard equipment. What that means is if you're not paying attention, the person in front of you is stopped going much slower than you and you're not hitting your brakes, it's going to initiate a series of tones that you need to stop. Also puts a message on the instrument cluster there, the productivity screen, and lets you know that you need to stop. And if you don't hit your brakes, it will initiate brake support as well. So great system that now is standard equipment on all of your F-150s. Now as we move to the front, don't forget this does have a fully boxed frame. So some of the others may not be. That's going to make this a little bit stronger. Also aluminum alloy body as well on the 19, just like in your 18 model year. Also fail-safe cooling system as well. There's going to be standard equipment on all of your F-150s, as well as the front stabilizer bar on the vehicle too. Now looking at the styling here on the front, this does have the black grille up here, so is that molded in black up here with the minor bars above and below. Molded in black on the upper part of this. They call that the upper bumper. So you're going to have that, or the front fascia I should say. And then your steel bumpers here on the front. Black painted steel bumpers, molded in black in the middle. Front tag bracket is going to be standard equipment on those states that require front tag. States like Kansas that do not require front tag. It is going to be optional equipment for you, but it is a no-charge option. If you want that, I would recommend you do that when you get your vehicle from the factory. Underneath there, you do have your air dam as well under there to help with it. Your headlights, they are halogen headlights. They are automatic feature as well though. So if you have an auto setting, they come on automatically when it gets dark, turn off when it gets light. Also, auto high beam standard equipment now. That's new for 2019. Goes along with your pre-collision assist features there. So what's great about that, they're having this Copilot 360 roll out on some of the Ford vehicles. Those are two features as part of that system. Now they're going to make those standard equipment on your F-150. So the way auto high beams work, if you have it in that setting in your lighting setting screen to be activated, so when it's dark outside, it'll automatically turn those high beams on. If someone approaches you, if you're in the city lights, it's going to turn them off. Your headlights are also wiper activated, so when you turn those wipers on, your headlights will be on, because there's a lot of states that require that as that you do that as a safety regulation there, that if it's raining outside, you're using your wipers, that your headlights have to be on or they can ticket you. So Ford has made that as part of one of their features on their vehicles. Now, so move around to the side, let's talk about those shock absorbers up here. On the front, you're going to be a heavy-duty gas shock. On the back, it is going to be an outbounded heavy-duty gas shock back there. So it's going to give you a better ride than maybe most of your other trucks in this segment here. Also for your shocks on the front, or the springs I should say, your front will be the coil springs, and in the back you will have that leaf spring back there. Typically what you see on most of your trucks and the F-150 for years here. Also you get for your steering, it is going to be power steering, the rack and pinion steering as well. For the wheels, you're going to be a steel wheel, 17-inch silver painted steel wheel, so you don't have those black ones as standard equipment. They are going to be painted, so real nice looking wheel here. So a little bit just there. I mean, you have your XL has always had a steel wheel, but at least it's silver painted. It kind of doesn't pop out so much there. Your mirror caps, it is a molded in black mirror cap, manual fold, also manual adjustment for the glass. It does have also the integrated blind spot mirror, and that's the angled mirror, so you can see the vehicles in your blind spot a little bit better there. Your door handles are going to be molded in black, as well as the fascia behind there as well. And then here the pillars are going to be that molded in black, as well as your belt line throughout there. Here you do have the Easy Fuel capless filler door, standard equipment on about all your Ford vehicles anymore. So you can just open that door up, go ahead and put the nozzle in, fill it up. You don't have to worry about a cap leaving behind, getting your hands dirty. Then when you're done, you just go ahead and close it. If for some reason you do run out of gas, you will need to use the funnel. That's going to be located in the back of the cabin behind the seat there. And that just allows you, because other than the gas nozzles at the tanks, any of your cans will not fit it. So you don't have to worry about people putting things in your gas or anything. I've heard people talk about that. You don't have to worry about it. It is a double door there, or a nice safety back door that just requires it to be the correct size there, so people can't be doing that to your fuel tank. So again, some of your standard equipment here on the side of the vehicle. Aren't too many things in the back I want to talk about here, but let's just go ahead and go over the rear of the vehicle here. Now we'll have your halogen tail lights, just like your halogen headlights up there. I love the F-150 stamp here on the back of the tailgate, and a real nice look, Ford emblem here real big. You will have molded in black here on the handle on the tailgate, and you'll have a rear view camera as standard equipment on all of your F-150s, so as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see behind you. Your bumper, steel bumper with a molded in bumper cover up here too. It is going to be the rear bumper pull ready with the 4-pin wiring. We'll also have trailer sway control as standard equipment. This hitch receiver is actually the only optional equipment that's put on this truck here. Very low cost option to add the receiver hitch to this vehicle. Even without the tow package, you don't need that there. So it does have trailer towing here. Let's go ahead and open this. Molded in black here on the rails on the top, as well as this. You can also lock out that tailgate. So if you want to put a bed cover on there, you're going to feel protected that you can lock it up as well. So it is a manual lock though. It does not have keyless entry or anything like that. Here in the back of the bed itself, you'll have 4 tie downs, 2 in the back towards the front of by the cab there, and 2 back here, so you can use those to keep things contained in there or tie some things down up there. Also, there on the back of the cab, you're going to have the center high mounted stoplight. It's going to be a halogen stoplight with the lights on there too. You open the doors, they're going to come on just like your interior lights would. So anytime the interior lights would come on, so would that center high mounted stoplight back there. Now moving to the interior, this does have your ebony interior, or they call it the earth gray interior here, and which means also, I'm going to give you a close-up across the dash, that the dash itself is going to be black. So black across the top, as well as the center stack that goes down through the middle of that dash. Gray on the bottom, especially on your glove box and below the steering wheel. The doors do have black armrests. Also, vinyl flooring is going to be black as well. And then your seats are going to be that earth gray cloth seats. So cloth seats are going to be standard equipment on your XL trim. 40-20-40 split bench seat up here. These 2 outside seats can adjust with the manual adjustment underneath the seat, so you can slide it forward and back. A 2-way is what they call that. Also, you're going to have a manual lumbar or manual backrest that can recline back as well. The seat cushion here in the middle also has some adjustments. You can it has a lever under here. You can just pull it and you can open it up. You can see a compartment under there where you can store some things, as well as the cup holders that are kind of turned around so they're not in the way. But when you need those cup holders, you can just turn them around, put them down in there, and you're going to have 2 cup holders right in front of the seat. This seat cushion as well can lay down. There's a lever over here on the passenger side. You just press that and you can lower that down, give you an armrest for the driver and the outside front passenger. Rear seat for the Super Cab and Super Cruise are going to get a 60-40 split bench seat, just like you're seeing with this Super Cab. The Super Cruise will have a more elongated. When we get you that, we're going to bring another truck, you'll be able to see the difference between those two. When you have the Super Crew models, are going to the seat cushion itself is a little bit wider because there's more legroom back there. Now let's talk about the windows. It is a manual lock and manual windows on your XL, on your base XL. So you're going to have the manual windows for the front windows, and then on the Super Cruise you'll also have a manual window. We call them Armstrong windows because they make your arms strong by rolling them down. You'll have those in the rear as well for those Super Cruise models back there. Now for the steering wheel, I do have a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel, so you can just pull this lever here underneath the steering wheel and it'll go up and down like a manual, or with a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. You're going to see on the steering wheel itself on the left side is this D-pad over here, is what we call that, with a directional pad. That's going to control the 2.3-inch productivity screen there between your speedometer and your tach. So where you adjust all your settings. We talked about some of your lighting settings earlier, some of your driver assist settings. You'll control those through there. When you use this drive mode switch over here to change the drive mode from normal to tow haul or to sport mode, you're going to see that come onto that 2.3-inch productivity screen right there as well. For your climate control, it's a single zone electronic manual climate control. So heat, air conditioning, going to come through in the 4 vents that are here on the front dash. There are no vents in the back for Super Cab or Super Crew models. You will, for your radio controls, AM, FM stereo, 4-speaker for your regular cabs, 6-speaker for the Super Cab and your Super Crew models of standard equipment. No CD player, AM, FM stereo there for that. I believe we might have MP3 capabilities, plus some other capabilities that we're going to talk about in just a little bit. And then down here for connectivities, you do have a line in, so you could always plug your phone in and play music through your phone into there, as well as there's a power point there, as well as one up here, so you can power different devices with those as well. So I think I've covered all the standard equipment so far. We're going to talk about an equipment group that's very popular on the XL, a very low cost option that I think a lot of we choose on a lot of our vehicles, and then some other different packages after that. One last thing I want to mention about standard equipment before moving on. This was not on the order guide, but I did notice it when I did record the clips that you did see as we talked about the different standard equipment. I noticed on this super cab here, as well as your Super Crew, be the same way. Behind that, the center seat back there, there is some cup holders that flip out, but also there's a power point back there and 2 USB ports over there. And again, those are not mentioned on the order guide as being standard equipment. But this vehicle being only the hitch receiver, that's not part of that package. It does have it on there, so you should expect that if you have a Super Cab or Super Crew to get 2 USB ports behind the seats, as well as a power point and those 2 cup holders that flip down. So now we're going to talk about a very important and popular package, and that's that 101A equipment group. And a lot of times we're going to order an XL with this equipment group because it really takes that base truck and just really kind of gives it almost an XLT feel with this equipment group. And the biggest thing you're going to get with this is your power equipment group that comes along with this part of this group. So it's going to give you your power windows, power locks, power mirrors now. Along with that, you're going to have your flip key as well. So let me grab the key here. So you're going to have the keyless entry with the flip key. So real nice, and how that's going to work, unlock and lock it from a distance. You do have a panic alarm as well. It's going to come also with the tailgate lock that goes along with that. For your windows, for your regular cab, you're going to have power windows for these front windows. Super Cab as well as Super Cruise will have power windows for those back windows as well. So you're going to be able to control those. Even those Super Cab models will have the power windows back there too. So illuminated entry as well when you're getting in the vehicle. Also, it's going to get your cruise control. So you'll have the D-pad with the cruise on it for those vehicles. Also get upgraded from that 2.3-inch productivity screen to a 4.2-inch productivity screen as well. You're going to have the My Key system that comes with that, where you can choose one of the keys to be for that student driver if you need to, and be able to kind of eliminate some things like if they don't have the seatbelt on, the radio doesn't turn on, limit the speed limit and those kind of things, and the volume level of the audios. So you're going to have that as well. And then you're going to get the sync system. So the sync does allow you, it's going to come with the 911 assist. It allows you to make and receive phone calls as well. Come with that 4.2-inch center stack, which that's what you're going to get as standard equipment as well. And then you're going to also get a smart USB port. So that way you can plug in those phones, being able to use that Apple CarPlay or Android Auto as well with that system. So again, a very popular package. Includes a lot of great features within that equipment group. And that equipment group sets up for these packages we're going to talk about next. So now we're going to talk about some appearance packages that do require you to have that 101A equipment group. That XL mid group is what they call that. First, I want to talk about, I don't actually have a truck like that, so I am going to give some clips from Ford's website. In fact, you can go to Ford.com yourself, pick your vehicle of type, whether it be F-150, and you can even pick, you can build and price, and you can build the truck out exactly the way, and shows you all the different options that I'm talking about right there. And I'm going to give you clips from Ford's website doing that exact same thing, so I will have to hit that XL trim with that 101A equipment group. And then it gives you the possibilities for the different appearance packages. The first one to talk about is that Chrome Appearance Package. So this is a great way to be able to kind of dress up the truck a little bit more, give you some chrome on it, get rid of those black bumpers and such. So let me talk about this. Now that is not available with the Sport package. Of course, can't have the Sport and the Chrome package both because they aren't going to go together. Also not available with your heavy duty Payload package too, which we're going to talk about in a little bit here. But what's going to do on the front is you're still going to have that black grille on the front, 2-bar black grille. The upper bumper is what they call it. It's this right here, instead of the molded in black that you get on your XL base trim, that's going to become body color. Like this truck here, you're going to see a body color throughout on that top part. Your bumpers are going to go to a chrome bumpers. Front and rear bumpers are going to be chrome. So as you're going to see on this clip, that it's going to have those chrome bumpers up there. Also, you're going to get fog lights. So just like this truck here, you're going to have those fog lights integrated into those bumpers as well there. Your wheels are going to go from those 17-inch steel wheels to a 17-inch silver painted aluminum wheel. So good looking wheel as well on that. So it's going to include those 4 features as part of this appearance package. And again, kind of really dresses that up. You're still going to have your black grille up here on the front, the 2-bar with a minor above and below that's going to be that molded in black, but you're going to have those nice chrome bumpers as well as the alloy wheels. Now the next appearance package I want to talk about is the Sport Appearance Package. Probably the most popular we put on our XL trims, along with this package that we're going to talk about next. Now this package is not compatible with the XL Chrome Appearance Package, and you'll see why in just a second, as well as your heavy duty payload package. Does also require you to have that XL Mid 101A equipment group, just like the Chrome package had as well. Now here on the front fascia up here, which is this right below here, the headlights, that part is normally molded in black, is going to be body colored just like your Chrome appearance package. Your bumpers, instead of being chrome, are going to be body colored. So you're going to upgrade from the original black painted front bumpers to these body colored front bumpers up here, so it gives it a nice sport look on the front. Fog lights as well are going to be integrated into those, just like you would see with the Chrome Appearance Package. So the big difference between this one and the Chrome is going to be those bumpers. And then your wheel is going to be the same wheel as the Chrome package, 17-inch silver painted aluminum wheel, so it really dresses it up from that steel wheel to a nice alloy wheel. And then a little bit different on the Sport package than the Chrome package, you're going to also get the bedside decal that's going to say Sport over there, and if it's a four-wheel drive, it'll also say four-wheel drive underneath that. So now we're going to talk about one of the most popular packages. We order almost all of our XLs with this package, the XL or the STX Appearance Package. So this is a great package. This truck has it on it right here. A couple different requirements on that. Let's talk about the configurations that it's available on. It's only available on your Super Cab and Super Crew. So we did actually have a Lightning Tribute package we put on. We really wanted to have this package put on that, but it's not available with the regular cab. So keep that in mind. Also not available with the Super Cab 8-foot bed. Not sure why, but it's not available with that configuration either. And it's not available with the 3.3 liter V6 engine. It does require you to go up to that 2.7 liter. So if you have like the Super Crew, you're going to be good because you're going to have either the 2.7 or the 5.0 if you have the two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. So you should be good there. But on your Super Cabs, you're going to have to upgrade to that 2.7 liter V6 EcoBoost engine. Also, it's not available with the Chrome package. It does require to have the Sport package, as you're going to see when we talk just a little bit. And then also not available with that heavy-duty payload package. I think I've covered everything there. If not, I'll put it on the screen for you. So what it's going to get is everything from that Sport package. So you're going to have that front fascia up here is going to be body colored right below that grille. Your bumpers, front and rear, also body colored. Your fog lights up here also going to be integrated into those bumpers as well. So everything from that Sport package you're going to get. The grille, that's a big deal here. Beautiful grille. It does have a body colored surround with a black mesh insert. A lot of people love this grille. Really dresses it up. It's hard to believe that this is an XL truck. We're talking about the XL trim. The base trim with the STX Appearance Package looks beautiful. Also upgrades the wheel to a 20-inch machine aluminum wheel with the flash gray painted pockets. So you can see why this is a very popular package here. Also, you're going to get privacy glass as well, so on the side windows as well as the back glass, and you're going to get rear defrost as well. So rear defrost is going to be added to this equipment group here. Inside, you're going to now get a lumbar. So you're going to get manual lumbar for the driver and front passenger seats, and you're going to get upgraded to unique ebony interior seats. So 40-20-40 is the standard configuration. You can get as optional equipment. The only way you can get the black bucket seats is with the STX Appearance Package. You can also, it gets you the pass-through right there as well. And then also upgrades to the Sync 3. Only way you can get the Sync 3 in the XL trim is with this STX Appearance Package. So you're going to get that 8-inch touchscreen there in the center of the dash. Get 2 smart USB ports. It's going to come with AppLink. It's going to come with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Of course, your rear view camera is going to come up in the view in that full 8-inch screen there. That nice touch screen that you can use on that center there. Again, you can see it's a pretty big package. We order a lot of our trucks with this package. I think you're going to see just how much it just not only just looks great, but also gives you some great functionality on the inside as well. Now we're going to talk about the FX4 Off Road Package. This is available on your XL trim. The only thing it does require you to have is that mid-level group. So you need that 101A equipment group. So like we said earlier, we talked about the equipment group. Very important to have that equipment group for some of these different packages. It is available with about any cab configuration. So you can get it in a regular cab as well as a Super Cab or Super Crew and any bed length as well there. The only thing it is not available with is the 3.3 liter V6 engine. So it does require to have the 2.7 or above. It does also require to have four-wheel drive too, of course, with this equipment group. So great equipment group. The first thing I want to talk about is this is where you're going to get your electronic locking rear differentials. So if you have that 5.0 liter V8 or the 3.5 V6 EcoBoost engine, you're going to have the 331 electronic locking rear axle. So it does take it from that non-limited slip to electronic locking rear axle. And then the 2.7 liter, oh, and we'll upgrade to the 373, or I'm sorry, the 350, no, yeah, 373 electronic locking if you get the heavy duty payload package with those engines as well as this package. Now the 2.7 liter V6 EcoBoost engine, you're gonna have a 355 electronic locking rear axle, and also if you have that 2.7 payload package, we'll give you the 373 with it, because that's what you're going to get with that payload package. So if you get both of those packages, the payload package will always oversee the gear ratio that's in this one. Also, you can, as optional equipment, upgrade each one of those one step further if you want to, as optional equipment. Would cost you a little bit extra for that. And also with this, you're going to get the off-road front shocks. So you're going to get those off-road tuned shocks, and so that's going to give a little bit better ride to be able to go off-roading. Hill descent control as well is going to come with this package, and the biggest thing is going to be the skid plates. So you're going to get the skid plates underneath to protect the fuel tank, the engine, the differential as well, or the transfer case I should say, to protect that underneath there. A lot of people get this package mainly for those skid plates. Also, you're going to get all-weather floor mats. So in the footwells in the front, as well as if you have a Super Cab or Super Crew, they're going to be in the footwells in the back to go along with that. So all-weather mat. Actually, I think it goes clear across the back of it back there, not just in the footwells. And then you're going to have the decal on the side. So you always have on the Sport, STX, and FX4, you're going to have that bedside decal over there. FX4 package, if you get the STX with the FX4, you always have the FX4 first. And always with the STX have it instead of the Sport decals. So great equipment group, and I love that it's available even on an XL trim. So let's talk about towing for a second. And this, for towing, you have three different packages you can get on your trucks, and they're just going to kind of all build on each other. So I'll start with the first one, and that's that Class 4 receiver hitch. Now, all these tow packages are available on the XL 100A, that base, or even the 101A. So you don't have to get to the 101 to get any of these. They're going to be available on any of your XL trim trucks. So the Class 4 receiver hitch package is going to include your Class 4 receiver hitch, just like you're seeing with this particular vehicle, and also the 4-pin and 7-pin wiring, and your smart trailer connector. So that's a great package, very low cost package to add to the truck to allow you to be able to tow. I think it's less than $100. I think I did see on a window sticker earlier, so very nice package to add so you can tow with. You can also go up to the trailer tow package, which is going to upgrade and allow you to tow a little bit more. Again, this is available on the base 100A or the mid-level 101A equipment group, and it's going to take everything that we already talked about as part of the Class 4 hitch package, and it's going to give you 4 other features. One of them is the transmission oil cooler as well as the engine oil cooler. Now those two would not be available if you have a 3.3 liter engine, but all the other engines it would be included. Also the upgraded front stabilizer bar. So it's going to give you a better stabilizer bar to help with your towing, and you're going to get the Pro Trailer Backup Assist with the 101A equipment group. So if you do have the 100A, you wouldn't have the Pro Trailer Backup Assist. So, you know, if you do have, like, taken for consideration, if you have the 3.3 liter V6, really probably just go with the Class 4 receiver hitch, because the only thing you'd be adding is that upgraded front stabilizer bar, because the engine oil cooler and the transmission oil cooler would not be available on those. So keep that in mind as you're thinking about that. Also, you do have the Max Trailer Tow package. Now, this package does require to have the 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost engine, because it is from about maximum towing. And it is available with the 101 or the 100A equipment group, either one of those. And it's going to take everything from the tow package. We already talked about those 7 features, the 3 from the Class 4 receiver hitch, as well as the 4 more you get from the tow package. And it gives you some other flexibilities as well. So you're going to get, of course, the upgraded front stabilizer bar in the engine oil cooler, transmission oil cooler, because you're going to have that engine. You're going to also get the upgraded rear bumper. You're going to also get the bigger fuel tank, 36-gallon fuel tank as part of this package. You're going to also get the integrated trailer brake controller, because otherwise that would be optional, standalone option for your trailer tow package included with this package. And then it's going to upgrade the rear stabilizer, or the, your gear ratio. So you're going to go to a 355 electronic locking rear axle. So that's going to be an upgrade for you. If you do have the payload package, of course, would give you that 373 electronic locking rear axle. Now we're going to talk about a couple different payload packages, and the first one to talk about is the 2.7 liter V6 EcoBoost payload package, and as you can see, it does require to have the 2.7 liter V6 EcoBoost engine. So it's not available with the other engines. Available in about any cab configuration except for the regular cab short bed. So you cannot get that with this. So it's going to require you to have those. Also does require you to have the trailer tow package. You have to order that with this package as well. And so what it's going to do is it's going to upgrade a little bit and give you a different gear ratio. So you're going to have the 373 electronic locking rear axle, and you're going to get the 9.75-inch gear set as well to come along with that payload package. So that way it's going to be able to handle a little bit more in the back of the bed here. Also, you do have the heavy duty payload package for that 5.0 liter V8 engine, as well as your 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost engine. So that's a way you can upgrade and the payload, give you the heavy duty payload package. Not available with any of your short beds. So it's available with the regular cab, super cab, or super crew long beds. So you know, those regular cab and super cab 8-foot beds, as well as the super crew 6.5-foot bed. Now it's going to give you everything from the EcoBoost payload package. So 373 electronic locking rear axle, that 9.75-inch gear set. You're going to also get the 36-gallon fuel tank, so the extended bigger fuel tank for this as well. You're going to get upgraded springs, as well as you're going to get upgraded wheels. So you're going to go from the 17-inch to the 18-inch payload package alloy wheels. Now this package is not available with your Chrome package or your Sport package or your STX package. The 2.7 EcoBoost payload package is though. So we're going to break this out. I'm going to go over standard equipment now. These standalone options that are available. We've talked about all the equipment groups now, but I made this a little bit easier, so we're going to break this up into 4 sections here. First, we're going to talk about some of the exterior standalone options here towards the front and the side, and then we'll move to the back and then go inside, as well as then at the end show you some of those accessories. So here on the front, some of the things that you can add as standalone options. One of them is your Snowplow Prep package. So if you want to put a snowplow on your XL truck, you can do that. Get the Prep package. It does require you to have 4x4 and the 5.0 liter V8 engine, but it also comes with the rear defrost as well as part of that. So it's available on that 100 or 101A equipment group. Engine block heater. So if you keep your truck outside during the winter time, engine block heater could come in handy. That one also is available in the 100 or 101A equipment group there. The skid plates. Skid plates do require you to have the 101A equipment group as well as be 4-wheel drive, but you can get the skid plates going in there to protect it, so you don't have to pay the big bucks for the FX4 Off Road Package if you don't want to. If you just want to protect underneath of it, get the skid plates, standalone options with the 101A equipment group. Fog lights as well. If you don't want any of the appearance packages, you can get the fog lights. It does require to have the 101A equipment group, but kind of does dress those up. So we would have the black bumpers up there, unlike we did see as standard equipment, but it would integrate those fog lights into those bumpers up there as a standalone option. Also over here on the side, you're going to get some different mirror upgrades. So these, both of these do require to have the 101A equipment group, but there's some great upgrades for this. So you can get a manual fold, power heated, also auto dimming driver's side view mirror, as well as LED security approach lamp and LED spotlight. So big upgrade that you can get if you want to have those mirrors. That's similar to the mirrors you would see on a Lariat that are available on your XL trim. We still would have the molded in black mirror cap here. Also, we didn't mention trailer tow mirrors as part of the Max Trailer Tow package because now it's a standalone option. You can get the Max Trailer Tow mirrors. It's a manual fold as well as manual telescoping out. That also is going to be available as optional equipment on the 101A equipment group. Running boards. You can get the running boards you're seeing on this particular truck here, these nice black platform running boards. They are a standalone option on the 100 or 101A equipment group. So as we move around to the back, first I want to talk about is the back of that glass. That rear defrost, that back there, is a standalone option with the privacy glass and is available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. So the other way of getting it is in that STX Appearance Package. The 36-gallon extended fuel tank is available as optional equipment as long as you have that 101A equipment group. So it does require to have that to get the bigger fuel tank. But even on XL, you're able to get that bigger fuel tank on your Super Crew models, which is great in Super Cab models. Also, you can get the box side step. So very easy to help you get in the back. We see that more on your 6.5 foot beds and 8 foot beds than your 5.5 foot beds. But that it has a button on the side. You just push it with your foot. It's going to extend down, allow you to get inside the bed, especially towards the back of the cab. And then you can just push it back into place, and it locks into place with your foot. So box side step also available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. Reverse sensing system is available as optional equipment on your XL trim, believe it or not. The only thing it requires you to have is a tow package or the Class 4 receiver hitch package. So either one of those that's going to come with that. Also going to give you, because of that, you're going to get the rear defrost as well to go along with that. So even that's available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. Tailgate step. So let me talk about this. This is one of my pet peeves here. What's great about the Ford product is that you can get tailgate step as a standalone option on an XL on up. So no matter what trim you have, whether it be a 100A, 101, or any of the other trims, you can get a tailgate step. So it does not require you to have a fancy truck like maybe Chevy or GMC to get the tailgate step. Very simple step. It's not fancy, but it's functional and it's easy to use. You just pull it out and it's ready to get inside. Even if maybe you don't even need this, you don't have to pull it out. Just pull that step out of the top and it's real easy to put away. Again, not real fancy, but is available on any trim for the F-150. Last option I want to talk about before we're moving inside is the Boxlink system. Boxlink system is a standalone option on any of your equipment groups. It's going to have those plates that go on the side of the bed there for several different accessories you can slide in there, as well as come with the lockable cleats that are going to be available. So if you want to get the loading ramps we're going to talk about later, they're going to be able to go with that as well. So again, Boxlink system available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. So let's talk about some interior features here. First one, let's talk about the configuration up here. We know it comes standard with the cloth 40-20-40 split bench seat. If you want vinyl bench seat, you can get that as optional equipment on the 100 or 101A equipment group, so you can downgrade to the vinyl if you want to. That might be if you maybe live on a farm, know you're going to get them all stained. Vinyl seats might be the way to go. You can also upgrade to bucket seats. It does require to have the 101A equipment group for the Super Cab and Super Crew models, but you can get the bucket seats. If you have the STX Appearance Package, you will get these seats like you're seeing with this. Otherwise, they're going to be the same seat and configuration, or the same seats we did see. We'll have the console as well, just like you're seeing with this one, with that configuration as well. Integrated trailer brake controller is a standalone option as long as you have one of the tow packages. The Class 4 receiver hitch or the trailer tow package does also require to have the 101A equipment group, but is available with any of your cab configurations there. Also, SiriusXM Radio is available. As long as you have the 101A equipment group, you can get that upgraded audio sound system in the vehicle. So that's a nice upgrade for the audio, giving you the SiriusXM satellite radio. Also, you can get the 110 outlet. 110 outlet is another optional equipment that you can get. Does require to have the 101A equipment group. Does also require to have only available in the Super Cab and Super Crew. Does also require to have the reverse sensing system for some reason. I think it has to do with the wiring that it takes for the 110 outlet. I think it's usually going to be located up here or behind the console if you have the bucket seats. I believe one of those two spots there. Again, I don't have a truck with that in the XL for sure to be able to show you that. So you're going to have that as well as optional equipment. Carpeted flooring, like you're seeing with this, with the carpeted mats, that is available on a 101A equipment group as well. So you have to upgrade to that, and you can get the carpeted flooring in here. So real nice look to it. You can also get floor liners. Does require you to have a Super Crew or Super Cab model, and requires the carpet flooring for it to go. Otherwise, it would just slide in here, and I mean, really not. There's no need for it with the vinyl flooring, but you can get the, if you want the carpet, and then get the all-weather liners that go on the footwells up here, as well as the long one that goes back behind there as well. You can also get the kicker subwoofer as well. It does require to have the Super Crew or Super Cab model, and requires a 101A equipment group. I believe it also does require the SiriusXM satellite radio too. So some great optional equipment that's available for here on the interior. I think I covered everything on it. So again, those are all the standalone options. Now let's talk about some accessories for your bed. So now let's talk about some accessories for your truck. You're getting a truck for a reason, so let's go ahead and protect it or give you some accessories to help use it even more functionally. So first one I want to talk about, there's two of the features first that require the Boxlink system. So that's the plates that are on the side. First thing those are going to be useful for is if you want to get the bed dividers. So I'll give you an image of Ford's website. Those bed dividers, you can put dividers in there, just like it sounds. Divide your bed there, allowing you to kind of be able to put some things in there, especially if you have one towards the back. You can put some smaller items in there that you won't roll back there. Put them towards the back. That way you can get to them easily, as well if you have the back box side step for the ones in the front, or put some small, bigger things there in the middle. Also with that Boxlink system, when you put the lockable cleats in there, you can use that for the stowable loading ramps. So what's great about that, if you have a four-wheeler, motorcycle, any motorized vehicle you want to put inside the bed, you can get the loadable ramps that you would store on the side of the bed, but then you'd put them back here on the tailgate, and then you can load up those four-wheelers, motorcycles, whatever it might be. So a couple different reasons to be able to use the Boxlink system. And again, Boxlink is a standalone option for you on the 100 or 101A equipment group. Let's talk about a couple ways to protect the bed. First one is a drop-in liner. If you do get the drop-in liner, you cannot get the Boxlink system. Well, you can get the Boxlink system, but you can't get the bed divider or the loading ramp. So keep that in mind. If you're definitely wanting those, maybe go with the spray-in liner. Spray-in liner also you can get from the factory. A lot of other dealers will be able to get that for you afterwards. In fact, all these that I'm talking about are things you can get after you get your truck if you want to, from any accessories or parts department, and they can put them in there. But spray and bed liners, like what you're seeing with this particular vehicle, give you a clip of it. And so this is actually one we did in-house, but it's going to look pretty similar. The difference is it's going to have a Ford oval on the back of the bed back there. Otherwise, it's going to look pretty similar to this type of coating here for you. Also, let's talk about a couple other ways that you can put some things in here. One of them is a couple different toolboxes. We haven't ordered any one of these toolboxes on any of our trucks yet. Our customers haven't either, but you can get an aluminum toolbox, and they have a premium aluminum toolbox. So two different ways to go there. And Ford doesn't even show clips on their website of what those look like. So I wouldn't be able to give you those, but you can get a couple different toolbox if you'd like to have that ordered from the factory. Usually it will be shipped ahead of time, and the dealer would put it in there. Also, a couple different bed covers. You can get a soft tonneau cover, a bed cover. It's a dividing bed cover. I think it's a tri-fold system, and it's going to be kind of more of a soft material, but it holds really well because it does have dividers a couple different places. So very sturdy. If you want to save some money, go with the soft tonneau cover. And you can also get the hard tonneau cover, and that's also a folding bed cover that you can put on it. That you can get from Ford. That's also a great way to go. I think it's at about $1,000. But then you can also get one that we do here, and I don't know if it's going to be showing up on Ford's website or not, but it's a Ford roll-up one. So it does come from Ford. Even when you roll it up, it has the Ford blue oval on the back of it. So it just looks real sharp, and that one's a little bit more expensive. I'm not sure on the cost on that, probably somewhere around $1,500. So a couple different ways to be able to protect the interior of the bed as well, and be able to store some things back there too if you want to get them different bed covers. So that's all your accessories that you can add to the back of your truck on your XL trim vehicles. So there's all your standard, your different equipment groups, packages, and standalone options on your XL trim. So hopefully it was a complete guide for you. A couple other things to keep in mind as well is the warranties. Factory warranty on all your F-150 XL trucks is just like all your other warranties. It's a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty with the 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty and roadside assistance. So pretty good warranties, pretty similar to about any of the Ford vehicles in the lineup. Now if you want to see some of the inventory we have here at Law McArthur, you can go to our website, lawmacarthur.com. There in each one of our vehicles, you can check for availability, schedule a test drive, you can see pictures, and you can pull up the window stickers. It's a great little link on our website to be able to pull up the original window stickers on each one of our trucks, so you can see what's standard as well as what was ordered on that particular truck, and you can see the original MSRP that way. And actually on our website, you can see our great internet pricing too, and ours do come, we kind of figure those with rebates. I do that myself on our website, so if you aren't in our zip code, you may want to give us a call or send us a text message at 785-378-5031 or toll free 1-800-874-6316. Whether it be to confirm the availability or to check rebates for your zip code, you can just give us a call or send us a text message there. So hopefully you found this a very useful video. We call it our complete guide on the 2019 Ford F-150 XL. We'll have a special treat for you. If you're like a lot of other viewers that have watched this video and reached out to us, you probably watched this and said, man, this has everything. It gives me all the information I need to order my own truck. If that's you and you'd like to work with us because you know that we're going to know the product just based on this video, and we know that we want to make sure you get the truck ordered the way you want it to from the factory, give us a call or send us a text message at 785-378-5031. We'll even give you free shipping. So even if you live outside the area, we've actually delivered vehicles to 44 out of 50 states this year already because people do want to work with us because they feel confident that we're going to get the vehicle ordered the way they want it to, and we're going to deliver it right to your door for free. So keep that in mind. We do ask you to finance it with us. We're very transparent about that. We don't want that cost to be incurred onto you, but we do incur the cost. So if you finance with one of our lenders, which most people will anyway, the lenders give us enough of a kickback that we can go ahead and afford to do that and continue to deliver and be the #1 truck dealership in the state of Kansas. So definitely reach out to us. A great way to purchase a vehicle, get the truck ordered the way you want to, delivered to your house by a dealership that knows the inventory like we do here at Law McArthur. So definitely reach out to us if that's what you're wanting to do. Also, first time watching one of our videos, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down there. That way you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and see some other great content just like this video. This is what we do mostly here on our YouTube channel, are these great walkarounds on the different make, model, down to the trim videos like this. Our complete guides is what we call them. So definitely do that. Hit the notification bell as well. That way you can get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. Again, we do Ford, Lincoln, as well as Roush. We have a great aftermarket, or what we call our Law McArthur performance team, that puts together some cool packages. So if you first time subscribing to our channel, go on over to our channel and take a look at some of those playlists. And I think you'll really like some of the videos we have there. And we put each of the models into their own playlist, so you know you can look at all the F-150 videos together there. Also, don't forget, if you haven't had a chance already, go and smash that like button. That way it lets other people know it's a great video. I'd really appreciate it. It lets me know it's a great video as well, and continues this momentum of being able to put these great videos out for you. So go ahead and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you want to, you can reach out to us on social media. You can find me. I'm at Tim Bartz on Facebook or Twitter. Reach out to me there. You can see what's going on, not only with here at the dealership, but also with my personal life and some of the other projects that I have, as well as at Law McArthur if you want to see some of our dealership content. So some great deals that we have going on Facebook or on Twitter, as well as some of the other cool things in the community that we do here at Law McArthur Ford. So definitely follow us there. And again, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Hope you got a lot out of it. Until the next one, we'll see you later.